Did y'all see Tesla made a deal with one of the Native American reserves to do dealerships um, because the U.S. certain states won't allow him to bring dealerships and go direct to customer. So he started partnering with Native American reserves.
Wow.
Let him cash in. I don't care. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, but actually,
I don't like Tesla,
right?
but
Yeah.
good. At least some good coming out of that.
Wow.
I thought it was pretty funny because kind of like he couldn't do it on American soil, so he found a loophole. But they get another revenue stream, and they are open to it. They're actually encouraging more of it because it gives them more money. Very similar to any deal that's based with the gaming, So I was like, go ahead, get that money.
Yeah.
Is the money funneling down to the people though? Is it just amongst people who already have a lot, or?
Well, we'll never know that unless we are, them city councilmen, or the guys who shook hands. We don't know any of that.
That happened down in Kickapoo, down by Laredo in Texas. Like they were being run by like these outside interests that were totally stealing from the tribe. And I think there was a documentary done about it. It's like it was a big deal. And now finally they have control of the casino, and I mean it's not doing as well as it was, but it's because people who own casinos aren't in the business of losing money
at all. At all, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. That was a thought I did have, is that could go bad, and if it goes bad, I don't think Tesla's going to end up losing out of it, right? Tesla at all. So, yep. Be on the lookout. Stay woke, y'all.
Yeah.
Stay woke.
Don't buy the native Tesla. The indigenous Teslas. No.
But we have a little topic we can discuss. Should we want to bring up school board politics?
Woo! The year has started. Everybody's back at school, and it is heated. Let me tell you.
First year back since pandemic too, so it's like,
people are already crazy from being locked up, and now
everybody's out here.
Our school board here has some people on it, some trustees that are just like fostering all this like anti-masking stuff, which is just thinly veiled racism and hatred. And I know it sounds ridiculous to say that masks are about racism, but they really and truly are. Like these people don't want their kids to have to wear masks because they're privileged and that. But what they don't understand is they're putting kids from the global majority in danger doing that shit, because a lot of those kids don't have access to the vaccines. A lot of those kids have parents that are worried about the vaccines. And there's just the absolute antithesis of caring for one another going on. And it's coming from one side in particular. That's the white folks. I'm saying it again.
Listen, that privilege is killing us all, ain't it? That the exercise of privilege is killing us all. That and it just misinformation and lack of information. This thing has just gotta quit, man. I get so riled up. I just get so riled up about it sometimes. People who've never taken any class about the human body, maybe past high school, have all of this knowledge and all of this whatever about what they think is going to happen. If you just said, I don't want it because I don't want it, I don't like that, but I can respect that. But when you try to come with some information and you have no basis, no grounding, and then if you do, it's all like memorized and wrong.
It's this inherent thing with white people that they don't want to admit they're wrong ever. Like look at what happened with Trump. Okay, they got Trump in there. Everybody was happy on their side for a while, and then they realized, oh shit, this guy's crazy. We're wrong about this. We can't say we're wrong. Say we're wrong. They're gonna point it out, and maybe somebody's gonna be able to like get over on us finally, or maybe just
or maybe somebody will discover the truth.
So let's double
we'll
down.
have to be, yeah,
double down.
The Republicans doubling down on Trump was one of the most. I call it bizarre, but if you can study this stuff, it's probably expected. Yeah. But it's just like, where is this common sense at all? Why are you people supporting this man so hard to where you cannibalize your own people in the process?
A man who just doesn't give a shit about them at all.
About anything. I
always say one of the funniest speeches, and I mean, that says a lot because Donald Trump had hundreds of funny speeches. That dude, to this day, I would say he could have went on tour and would have sold out any comedian in the world, man. The dude is bar none funny. He's the only person that may be funnier than him is Mike Tyson. Uncandidly, right? Uncandidly funny. Mike Tyson is funny for all the wrong reasons.
Right. This old debate, Trump versus Tyson.
My point is, that's the president. This dude, he sells everybody out. One thing that is hilarious about him is he will sell you out. He don't care if you're his mama. He doesn't care if you're his daddy. He doesn't care if you're your brother, his kids, his daughter, your best friends, your lawyer. He will sell you out. And he went in a speech recently where he was telling his own congregation that he felt like they should get the vaccine because it was okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
You know, I'll be the first one to tell you if it's something wrong with it. Man, they spent the next 10 minutes booing him because he had pushed that narrative so much in him, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're like, hey, Trump, where's the monster? He's like, what monster? The monster you've been telling us about. What are you talking about, idiots? I didn't say anything about a monster.
I almost feel like they misheard him. And the minute he said vaccine, they just started booing because that's what they're supposed to do. You know, like we were talking about wrestling earlier. You know when you're supposed to boo for certain wrestlers. So they heard vaccine and they just woo like immediately. He's like, no, it's okay. Well, they're not listening to me anyway.
They're not listening. Yeah, they don't fuck it. It's incredible, man. I'd say the only thing that I've seen that could actually capture it, man. I don't know if y'all saw the South Park pandemic episode. They tried to capture what was going on as much as they could in the South Park episode, and it still didn't do it as justice, like what you really feel, like waking up and you're like, man, people are really, really disconnected. You know, and I always say it goes back to that flat earth, man. I would never laugh at a joke that is ridiculous like that ever again, because now we know why, you know, what happens when people jump on stupid ideas. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Even if they start off as a joke, you know, Dogecoin was a good example of that, right? Like our culture can create these Frankenstein-like ideas, even if they have no legs, because they can travel so fast and just galvanize people. And I like I said, I've seen people taking ivermectin. They're buying it out of at my Walgreens.
Horses are dying everywhere because of it. Horses are dying everywhere because there's none left. Or is it cows? What does it do? I don't even know what it does.
It's like I guess parasitic infections. I think that's what it works to help cure
in animals.
Can you imagine?
In animals. Oh my God. Yeah. You know, just going back to this school board thing, it also just the hypocrisy of everything just reeks of all this stuff. Just there's this group of people, a group of parents that I say parents because some of them don't even have kids in our district or anything like that.
That's the crazy part.
They're just causing trouble. They're just out there to cause some damn trouble, get their name out there. A couple of these people disrupted a meeting last week that was supposed to be about the mask mandates. And so they basically had to adjourn the meeting. They were like, you know what, fuck this. We're out. Like, we're not doing this. Two of the trustees had walked off anyway. But then outside, you just have these people because they had COVID protocols in place. So there were only a certain amount of chairs in the room. And they weren't allowed. And they were letting everybody else in the overflow into the gym, like with a huge screen TV. And they could be called in to speak if they wanted to speak, that kind of thing. totally perfectly legal, and they're out there crying about the Open Meetings Act and how they're breaking laws and they're doing this and that, and then they're chanting, "Let us in, let us in, let us in" outside. Like, I mean, two of them, one guy got kicked out. Like they had to bodily pick him up and but I mean, this was after about 45 minutes of negotiation, mind you. If this had been a person of color, they would have been like, whoop, like like you say one word, yep, come on, go. They finally got him out of there, and then another guy outside was trying to get past the cops, and he did this flop when he fell down, like when they touched him, and he just flopped to the floor. It was so great to see this guy. I mean, he's not going to be a wrestler because he didn't sell it at all. But then a couple days later, and mind you, again, the hypocrisy of it all, a couple days later, the cops went to their houses and arrested him. And they got charged with disturbance of a public meeting, which actually carries with it as much as $1,000 fine or I think a year in jail.
Oh wow!
Or probation, which they're probably going to get probation. You know, like
probation. Of course, they probably took him to Burger King after they arrested him.
They're like, "You hungry before we go in?
You want to get you a milkshake, some hot fries. Make sure those fries are hot for this guy."
Yeah.
We cut to Burger King. Hey, Amici, can you step away from the fries for a second?
Okay.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but every time I try to talk to you about your performance, you do like this weird flop thing and you fall on the floor, and it makes it really hard to have this conversation, and it makes it seem, and I think it's actually kind of dangerous to do that in the kitchen. So I think we should possibly just step outside and have a conversation like two adults.
Okay, I can't leave though because I'm making some fries. I can't leave them though, they'll burn. So we can have the conversation to here. Whatever you have to say, just say it.
All right, as long as we can act like adults. I just want to say, look, Amici, notice you've been coming in a few hours too late. Some of the other coworkers. This again. Some of the other coworkers have been complaining that you have not been taking your drive-through shifts very seriously. Cars will come in, they don't get service, things of that nature, right? So I just wanted to check in with you to see if everything's okay and if we can work on.
Why are you being so aggressive? I thought we were just having a conversation, but you're getting in my face now. I haven't moved from my spot. I haven't laid a finger on you, sir. I'm sorry. Your words are very violent. Okay, they're flying at me like 100 miles an hour.
Excuse me, y'all. I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but we got some cops and a guy in the here waiting on some hot fries. Can y'all hurry up?
All right. Oh, sure. So, Amici, just go ahead and get the fries ready and serve the customers, and we'll continue the conversation.
You pushed me.
I didn't touch you. His elbow hits the fried thing, and it flies out and spills onto the floor, and grease sprinkles onto the customers. What the heck?
Look what you did. Look what you did.
No, look what you did. Look what you did, Amici. That was all you. I didn't lay a finger on you.
I got some grease on my new Jordans. Who the fuck did that?
Sir, we apologize. We apologize. I had a slip in the kitchen.
I paid $400 for these shoes. I can't even see Michael Jordan anymore because of damn grease spot. I want some.
Sorry, I was assaulted.
You were not assaulted.
Manager. I was assaulted by my manager verbally and physically.
Your manager's the reason why I got grease over my Jordan?
Not at all, sir. We were just having a discussion like two adults. That's all I wanted. I wanted to step outside and have a discussion, not have this whole debacle.
Well, that sounds great, because all I wanted was to come here, eat some hot fries, and wear my clean Jordans. But I can't do that no more because your anger. You need to handle that.
I need to handle it?
You do.
No, Amici, I gotta put you on a performance review. I'm sorry, I can't fire you outright. Unfortunately,
I'm going on a performance review. What about your performance?
What about my performance?
This is a very unsafe place to work. You can get pushed over at any moment.
No one pushed anyone. You completely caused. Please go get a mop and clean up the mess before someone else gets hurt.
Excuse me. I don't mean to break everything. I'm undercover CEO. I know I've been over here on burgers flipping, but I'm watching everything, and
oh my god,
we're filming all of this. And
okay, so we got it on camera. Look, this is
the assault on camera. That's good.
Yes, Antoine, we have your assault on camera.
My assault.
I've been here for a week now, and I've seen what you've done to Amici over and over again, knocking him to the floor, ruining this man's Jordans. Sir, we're going to buy you 5 pair of Jordans to replace those.
Thank you, sir.
It's my pleasure. Antoine, you're fired.
I don't even get a performance review.
All right, I reviewed it. Your performance is bad. You're fired.
End scene.
That would be the worst day of his life.
I wonder if anybody's ever said something like that to somebody get fired. Oh, you want a performance review? Here it is. You suck. Get out.
You gotta feel bad for a Burger King manager too, because they really do have to give a shit about that job to keep doing it. I mean, they gotta care.